Hi students, how's everyone? I hope all of you staying home and staying safe and are doing amazing. Do tell me how you guys are doing because I love to hear from you guys and a very warm welcome to the session guys. I'm Ankana, your master teacher for social sciences at Vedantu, hoping that all my bachas are doing amazing at their home. Okay, so guys, this is the very first session for maps. I mean, like this is the first time that we're going to discuss maps together. And I mean, like in general, map has always been a concern for everybody, right? So very warm welcome to the first session of the third chapter, water resources, where we are just supposed to discuss the maps because the theoretical part of the chapter is not coming in the examination. However, the map marking is very important. So let's get started without any more delay. But before that, I actually want to talk about something more important than that. So usually, a lot of you come to us with your major concerns. And what are these concerns? The problems that you face? Doubts? Don't you face doubts like don't you mostly have doubts like, okay ma'am, how do we solve this, how do we solve this, how to reach you out, we're putting it in the comments but there's so many comments, is it getting addressed, is it getting addressed immediately, or will you address it only in the doubt and mentee, like so many questions. Then another concern that keeps bugging us is notes. Where do we get the notes from? Will I be able to download the notes for this chapter? Will I be able to download the notes for this session? And after that comes the next question of the test and assignments. Oh my god, how do I solve my issues for test and assignments? How do I practice? My examinations are approaching. Like a lot of you are going to have examination in the month of September. Aren't you concerned about it? Aren't you concerned about the tests and the assignments? Aren't you also concerned about different Olympiads, different competitive exams, so many things going on all together? Once we kind of finalize on this, then appears the choices of schedule. Okay, ma'am, we have so many subjects in social sciences. We have history, we have civics, we have geography, we have economics, we have maps, we have theory, we have this, we have that, we have dates, we have tiers. Oh my god, so many things, right? And how do we fit all of this in a schedule that is not going to hamper my score, that is not going to hamper my preparation? That's another major concern that students face, right? That my dear students face. And then is of course the choice of language. I mean, the whole reason of having this new channel was that most of you were suffering with the problem of not being able to understand Hindi. But it doesn't end over there. Sometimes we understand Hindi, sometimes we would prefer it English, sometimes despite of not being aware of the language, you would prefer it in that because it makes it easy for you to understand that particular topic in that language. But these are problems that are faced by us mostly. These are not problems that I am suggesting, guys. These are problems that have been told to us by you. These are the problems that you guys come up with to and bring it to us, and which at the same time bothers us as well. So what is the solution to this? Don't you worry, guys. The problem of I mean, like the problem, all of the entire list has been solved, right? And how has this happened? And it's not just that just the problems have been solved. You also have been giving a lot of other added bonuses. It's like if you come to Santa Claus, he'll not just give you one gift, he'll give you many gifts, whatever he can, whatever he has. And the same thing we have brought for you. We are being your Santa Clauses. We're not just giving your solutions to your problems, but bonuses as well. And what are these bonuses that I'm talking about? Unlimited live classes, all the micro sessions and crash courses right on your doorstep, performance reports, live performance report, in class reports, and of course personalized attention. I think that's something that we really long for and that we kind of miss on, is personalized attention. And how can you get all of this? Can you guess? Can you guess? Of course, very simple. You just have to go and visit the link on your screen right now. vdnt.in/ytpro in caps. All you're supposed to do is go quickly visit that link. And then what are you going to do? You're going to visit that link. Then you will choose your grade. You'll choose grade 10, 9, 6, 7, whatever grade you belong to. However, I know this video is for grade 10 and you might be thinking, ma'am, how can we choose any other grade that we belong to? But let's say somebody else is also watching who is going through the same issues, the same problems that we were discussing right now. So, bacha, the good news is it's not just for one class specific, it's for everyone. Different things for different people. It's like a magic hat. Whenever you put your hand inside it, something magical will come out of it, which is going to help one or the other person. And then you're supposed to choose your board. Whether you're from CBSE board, ICSE board, state board, some other board, whatever, followed by the details. Once you click on the link, you choose your grade, you choose your board, you get the details of the subscription. And what subscription are we talking about? We're talking about the Pro Lite subscription, right? So you have to just click on the subscription, as you can see over here, right? Just click on this subscription over here and then you will be directed to this page. Okay, which page? This one. Over here you're supposed to select whatever plan you want, and there are 3 plans and choices. You have 1 month, you have 3 months, you have 6 month an option, whatever suits you the best. If you feel like, no, I'm not sure about this, so I would just like to try it for 1 month, go ahead with that. If you have already tried it, or if you're trying it for the first time but you know for a fact that I'm not going to leave before 6 months, ma'am, then go ahead with the plan of the 6 months. But guys, as you can see, the prices are different over here, and it says before coupon and after coupon. So what is this magical coupon that is making my prices vary in such great manner? So if you see, for 3 months it's different. It was 6,999 here, it's 5,949 over here. For 1 month it was 2,699 over here, and after coupon it shows me only 2,294. And for 6 months it is 1,1,499, which magically becomes 9,774.15. Now what is this magic coupon that we are talking about? So whenever you go and click on this link, bacha, you just have to enroll, and then you have to select that yes, I have a coupon, and you have to use the code ANKPRO. Guys, remember, if you do not use the code, you will not get this magical discount. This magic of before and after will not happen for you. So what are you supposed to do? You're straight away going to click on this link and apply this code for the magical coupon to appear and the magic to happen, and then you can always be a part of our family, of the Vedantu family, and we will be eagerly waiting for you. However, just in case if you decide not to do that, no issues, we are already here for you anyways in whatever capacity we can be, the best that we are trying to. So let's get started with the session on that note. So guys, in this chapter, as you know, water resources, no theory is going to come in our exam. It is only important from the perspective of maps, right? Map marking is something that is going to be a major task in this. So if we talk about major rivers, as you can see in the picture over here as well, and this you have in your textbook as well, the physical map of India along with the main rivers that flows, the Indus system, the Ganga system, the Brahmaputra river system, all of that, Chambal, whatever, right, Mahanadi, all those rivers are marked right here, which are very important from the perspective of major rivers and dams. But what we are really concerned about for this chapter is going to be dams, right? So after this, we're going to talk about dams, locating and labeling, because this is what is going to come in your examination. So bacha, today we are going to discuss about the different dams and its locations. We will learn to identify the dams, okay? We'll learn to locate the dam on the maps, identify it, and then label it. This is what is going to come in your examination. However, there's one small catch. We're going to be very careful. We do not know for sure that we will be asked, okay, mark this X and Y dam on the map. What if we have been asked to say which state is this map in? Can you quickly mark? Or what is the dam that is in this state, or maybe map which flows through this river? So we do not know what kind of question could come. Okay, so we will not take any risk. Now that we are going to start discussing about the main dams, at the same time we are also going to discuss about which state is this dam in, and which is the river that flows there on which the dam has been built, because that river automatically becomes very important that ways, right? So let's, without getting any wasting any more time, quickly get started. So the very first river, the very first two dams that we're going to talk about is, guys, Salal and Bhakra Nangal. Okay, so let me quickly show it to you over here, right here. As you can see, Salal, right? So Salal is actually in Jammu and Kashmir. If you look over here, guys, right now we have a physical map given, but I would also suggest you to locate these on a political map. Now, what is the difference between physical map and political map? Physical map shows you the entire outline of the country. A political map shows you the political divisions, the state division in the on the map as well. So try and do locate these, practice locating these, not just on physical but on political map as well, because you never know what map will you be given. Let's say you're given the political map, then it might get slightly confusing for you, like, oh my god, where to put this. So just remember, right over here, okay, is Salal here, as you can see, and this is nowhere else but in Jammu and Kashmir, which is fine. But what river is there, bacha? So it flows through, the river that flows through this place is Chenab. Okay, so what river we are gonna have over here is Chenab, which means Salal is related to the state Jammu and Kashmir and the river Chenab. Whenever someone asks you about this, this is what you're going to say. After that, if I talk about Bhakra Nangal, so Bhakra Nangal is right here, as you can see, a little southern to this place. So this is actually Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so this place is Himachal Pradesh. So Bhakra Nangal is right here. After the division, you will find Himachal Pradesh over here. And which is the river which flows from here, bacha? So actually the Satluj Byas basin, if you discuss about it, is where Bhakra Nangal dam is exactly located. However, if I talk about the river, it will be Satluj. Okay? So Satluj river is what flows through here, where we have Bhakra Nangal dam. Now, if you have to locate it on a political map, you're going to locate it somewhere near the border of Punjab and Himachal Pradesh, which would be here. You will find the border somewhere here. So you're going to locate it right here. Okay, so we are now done with Salal and Bhakra Nangal. This is J&K, right? Jammu and Kashmir, and the river is Chenab. And Bhakra Nangal is Himachal Pradesh, and the river is Satluj. However, it's on the basin of Satluj and Byas. Okay, then we have Tehri and Rana Pratap Sagar. Now, where is Tehri? So, if you see, here was Himachal Pradesh, here is Jammu and Kashmir. It has slightly moved to the right. Which state do you think is right next to Himachal Pradesh and a little below Jammu and Kashmir? Simple, it is Uttarakhand, correct? So we have Uttarakhand over here, which means Tehri dam is in Uttarakhand. This is the state. And what river flows through here? We have Bhagirathi. I need you to quickly tell me in the comment box, Bhagirathi is a part of which major river system? I'll be waiting to hear from you guys. My question to you is, you have to find out, this is your homework, your assignment, that Bhagirathi is a part of which Indian river system. Okay? Now Tehri is built on Bhagirathi and is actually located in Uttarakhand. Now there's something very interesting about Tehri. Tehri is actually the largest dam in India. Okay, bacha? Tehri is the largest dam in India. Then comes Rana Pratap Sagar Dam. Now, Rana Pratap Sagar, as somewhere the name also suggests, sounds like royal king. So, where do you think a royal king would belong to? Obviously, Rajasthan. It goes unsaid right here in Rajasthan. Now you would feel like, ma'am, this is a little lower than Rajasthan. So, bacha, this is actually near the border, almost on the border of MP and Rajasthan. Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, very close to the border, is Rana Pratap Sagar Dam. Now, what river is there? So, the river that flows there is Chambal. So the river that you want to know, which is associated with Rana Pratap Sagar Dam, is Chambal. Okay. Then we have, oh, I have a surprise for you. So guys, you might have been hearing about this a lot. So we are gonna have PV Sindhu coming along with us after Deepika Padukone, Miss Shakuntala Devi, our own Vidya Balan. We are going to have PV Sindhu with us live at 7 p.m. on 28th of August. So amazing, right? And we're going to learn the art of winning with PV Sindhu. So guys, make sure that you are signing up on the link over here. You just have to click on this link and you will be directed to the session that is going to happen at 7 p.m. on 28th of August. Don't forget to join. I am certainly going to join because I'm very excited about this and I'm a huge fan of PV Sindhu. Do tell me if you're a fan of PV Sindhu or not in the comment section. Also, actually, this is a general knowledge question. Do you know who PV Sindhu is? Do tell me that also if you feel like you're a fan of PV Sindhu. Even if not, do tell me what is she so famous for. And amazingly, guys, I just want you to know that she has an inspirational story. She is an inspiration for the youth of the country. Make sure that you're joining this session. I will see you there. We will have a lot of fun, and with that, let's move on forward to Sardar Sarovar and Hirakud. So guys, Sardar Sarovar, as you can see, is right here. Okay, so this is now, if you remember, this was Rajasthan, bacha, and this is why I am continuously saying that maybe you should practice this on the political map as well, because if we do not practice it on political map, or if we do not have a look at these locations of the dams on a political map, we may sometimes get confused. So this is right here. Right, so Sardar Sarovar is actually located in Gujarat. Okay, what is this state? This is Gujarat. Sorry, one second. Yeah. Okay, so the state that is Sardar Sarovar, dam is in is Gujarat, and what is the river that flows through it? Narmada. Okay guys, Narmada is the river that is there on which the dam Sardar Sarovar is built. Don't forget, it is in Gujarat and the river associated with is Narmada. And then we have Hirakud. Okay, so Hirakud is actually located in Odisha. Okay, and the river that is associated with it is Mahanadi. So we have Odisha. I will write it with a different color so that you don't get confused. And the river is Mahanadi. Okay, Mahanadi river. Okay, bacha. So Hirakud is related with, associated with the river Mahanadi and is in the state of Odisha, as you can see right here. Okay. Now, one thing interesting about the Mahanadi river is that it starts in Chhattisgarh. Okay, goes to Odisha and then goes and joins the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so this is where we have this dam Hirakud. After that we have Nagarjuna Sagar and Tungabhadra. Now where are these two? These two are basically in the southern part of the country. If you see, they've kind of been moving from north to south. We started with Salal, which is in the northernmost state, which is Jammu and Kashmir, moving to Himachal, then Uttarakhand, then Rajasthan, Gujarat, Odisha, and of course our own Gujarat, Sardar Sarovar in Gujarat, and then Odisha, right? So all of this, and then we also had Tehri, which was in Uttarakhand, and then we also had in Rajasthan, on the border of MP and Rajasthan, we had our own Rana Pratap Sagar Dam. Okay, so if we speak about Nagarjuna Sagar, people, if you are here in Bangalore, we have something called Nagarjuna, which has Andhra style biryani and food, right? Then can you guess which place would this belong to? I mean, it becomes very easy. Nagarjuna Sagar is Andhra Pradesh. You guys guessed it absolutely right. It is in Andhra Pradesh, and the river associated with it is Krishna River. Okay, bacha. And this is where it is. Right here is your Nagarjuna Sagar. You can see it located over here. Okay, this is in Andhra Pradesh. And then we finally have our last part, which is Tungabhadra, which is nowhere else but in Karnataka. Okay, bacha. Right here in Karnataka is Tungabhadra Dam. And if you talk about the river, so this is the most easy to remember. It flows through Tungabhadra river as well. Okay, so with this we have quickly we have just finished the important dams of the country. So the important dams were Salal, Bhakra, Nagarjuna Sagar, Tungabhadra, Tehri, Rana Pratap Sagar and Sardar Sarovar with Hirakud. These are the most important dams. Bacha, your question can come anyway, but we have to be prepared in every manner. The rivers associated with it, the states that they are located in, and of course the dams and their location. Right? So with this, we are done with the session. If you think this was fun and you actually learned about the major dams of the country, don't forget to hit the like button. This is just the beginning. We have just got started with the map work. We will keep bringing more sessions to you. And how will you get to know about these sessions, guys? You just have to hit on the subscribe button so that whenever a new session is about to come, you get the notification before anyone else. And I will definitely see you in the next session with whatever map work that I'm coming with, and it will be definitely very helpful and fun for you. Till then, stay home, stay safe. I'm signing off, guys, and take good care of yourself and your loved ones, people. Bye bye.